Let's do this.
Okay, so this video is COVID X LTB. Your biggest risk is bigger. Learn what to do about it. So for context, here in Toronto, we're having a rent strike like we're having in a lot of cities. Now, of course, it's because landlords should not be extorting their tenants during Corona. And so we're basically withholding our rent and making a list of demands, it was based on rent forgiveness during the pandemic and, a halt on evictions. And we're withholding our rent as a collective until they concede to our demands. Again, sorry if I'm pausing a lot. I'm just people. All right, so let's get this video started, and I hope this becomes a meme. So let's get started.
Cool. So if you can flip to the next slide. So Stephen would like to welcome Mr. Stephen J. Smith to our meetup. He is
let's skip these introductions.
I turned on my video so I can eat my dinner.
Any nuisance expenses that they have to pay, like mail relocation, that sort of shit.
Okay, it looks like they're starting to get a bit pissed. Like they're saying that mail expenses, there are nuisance expenses. So that's a tiny little hint of what we're going to get later on in this bullshit video.
Contact me, then reach out to me and give me specific details so I'm 100% aware of what I'm dealing with when I go to it.
God, this is probably the most boring thing I've ever streamed. So I'm going to think of ways to spice this up a bit, how I can what I can do in the meantime while I'm waiting. So let's see. You know what? Let's. Do you think I should stream Project M while we're waiting for this? Do you think I should stream Smash Brothers? Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna stream a. Oh, look, a kitty's here. Kitty. Oh, look, this is one of my roommate's cats. His name is Inti, and he's a big chunk. He's such a big boy. I love him so much. Oh. He's such a... Yeah, nice kitty.
Because if they do, then they're going to meet a guy like me, and I'm going to evict them. And I'm never going to care about what a tenant situation is.
Oh my God.
I actually don't care. I never answer tenant questions. I always tell them, tenant, I'm here to ask you questions. I'm here to make you go away. But I'm most definitely not here to answer your question.
Okay, so they don't listen to tenants. These people, they don't listen to tenants. God. So we're seeing the hostility
Don't
first.
find somebody who cares about tenants. I'm not that guy.
I'm not.
So that...
What a fucking parasite. He says he doesn't care about tenants. He doesn't answer tenant questions. It's fucking... let me guess. I guess it's just because it's good business or some shit. It's what a scumbag.
You stay in control. This is your business. You are the captain of your ship. Run your ship. Run it on appropriate course that doesn't involve tenant input. You know what?
That doesn't involve tenant input. That doesn't involve tenant input. So, in other words, it's another case of the human capital stock. Their opinion doesn't matter. Their voices don't matter. We only care about, the business owners, the people who are making money off this whole parasitic clusterfuck.
Color the unit? I don't care, tenant. Go find somewhere else you like. I don't care. I'm not obligated to make the unit pretty for you. I'm obligated to give you something that meets the minimum standards set by the municipality. It's as simple as that. That's all.
Oh my God! So they're just saying, these units are just going to meet the minimum standards. So they're doing the bare minimum to house people so that they can profit as much as they can. God, this is getting more and more audacious and more juicy. Finally. Getting some juicy shit right here.
I don't care if you like the decoration. I don't care if you like the layout. And this nonsense of reducing market rent, no.
What the fuck?
I am not agreeing to this. None of my clients are currently reducing their rent to satisfy this whole drama that we've created around COVID. This is a drama.
Oh
It's
my
a
God.
flu. I've had it. I survived it. I have lung issues, and I survived it. If I can survive it, the average idiot can survive it.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is what the first part of their mask off bullshit. They're saying, look, like I said a couple seconds ago, these are coronavirus deniers. They're people, like, it reminds me a lot of my dad. They're like, oh, you know, it's a big drama. It's all bullshit. It's like nothing. It's really nothing. They should be doing bootstraps. Well, fuck them. This is a serious pandemic. People are dying. And like Donald Trump, like Doug Ford, and now like Joe Biden too. Yes, even Joe Biden, you're just downplaying the whole thing because of your business interests and because you think people need to go, like, live by the entire bootstraps philosophy until their bodies give out and they shrivel into some sort of, like, zombified walking corpses who are unable to perform any actions except know how to restock Amazon warehouses. But anyway, let's keep going.
Do not entertain the notion of reducing your market rent.
Oh, fuck you! God! They're saying do not entertain the notion of reducing your market rent during COVID. Oh my fucking God! The audacity of these ghouls! Yeah, it's getting dark, I better turn the light.
At the market rate you brought it up to. You have no idea how many cases come to my desk wherein the rent is so below market value that it's impossible for me to negotiate these tenants out. Because
okay, just gonna pause this here to ask one thing. What is market value? How do you determine market value? It's all fake. It's just like money. It's a social construct. Housing is a human right. People should not be forced to pay above or below a certain arbitrary rate decided by ghouls in gigantic mansions about how much to pay for their housing. People need a roof over their heads.
They absolutely know they're never going to get it again. So don't do it. Keep your rent at market value. Toronto is what it's at for a reason. We're a high density market where people want to be, they want to live here. Keep your rent at market value. Yes, and I'm saying that even in the face of the fact that I know the people who make me Sunday dinner on a regular basis cannot afford to move in Toronto.
Oh my God, this guy has servants. There are people who make him Sunday dinner and he knows they can't afford to move,
because
okay, so I actually don't know if he has servants or not, but the way he says, oh, look, a bot in chat telling me to, like, asking if I want to buy followers and shit, but God, so I don't know if he's talking about servants or not, but he's talking about the people who make me my Sunday dinner. It's like fucking more of like looking at the peasants as like people who just serve the interests of the business class.
To move. And I'm not going to drive to Windsor where they bought a homestead for a Sunday dinner. The reality is, the market is what it is. Play it.
Okay, the thing is, look, if you need people to make you a Sunday dinner, God, it's just like, I'm just baffled by this whole thing and the whole perspective of like the people who make me my Sunday dinner. I'm just baffled by that whole perspective. I don't know if it's people at a restaurant or like if it's chefs or servants he hired or what.
And I hate that. I like to win. It causes me sleepless nights when I can't win. So I come to win. I need you to build me the cases that I win on.
Okay, let's take a deeper dive into this statement, the I like to win statement. That sounds to me like, like your typical, sociopathic, narcissistic abuser. So like, I mean, let's Google something quickly. Narcissism in winning. So, okay, here it says, also, the narcissist is obsessed with winning the power struggle at hand. So, God, narcissism and control. God, it's narcissism and obsession with winning. Fucking... The narcissist feels that he must be in control in all situations. Oh my god, like... The capitalist class, this year has been going more and more mask off and saying more and more audacious, vile things. I'm probably going to show something after this video, something that's also pretty rotten that capitalists have done.
In terms of the hearing times, just so you know,
my blood's boiling right now.
Behind a massive backlog. We have 4 months of canceled hearings, and it's taken us months to get to a hearing. That's why when I say I can't guarantee you I can get you a hearing. Okay,
so I'm just going to give an other update on the Toronto situation for those who aren't in the know. So we have a landlord and tenant board here in Toronto, and they've basically had a backlog of eviction cases to deal with, and what they've done with that is they're basically doing eviction blitzes where they just, give people 9 to 10 minutes to just not 9 to 10 minutes, but I'll show it to you afterwards. We're basically just rammed through a whole bunch of online eviction hearings, not making any concessions, and always siding with the landlord. I'll probably show you some more tweets on that afterwards.
23 years in, I'm here to kill things. I kill things every day. I sleep perfectly fine every day.
Oh shit, okay, they're talking about killing things.
Time, specific details.
It's probably metaphorical, but looks like we're getting into deeper and deeper. This boring ass 1.5 hour video, boring legal talk between capitalist ghouls, but occasionally you get a nugget of them going mask off and saying something completely unsavory or even psychopathic, as you might see. And those are what we're looking for. Those are the juicy moments. And
I am a precision engineering machine. I'm 23 years in. I'm here to kill things. I kill things every day. I sleep perfectly fine every day. I kill people. I kill tenancies every single.
I kill people.
Day of the year, with the exception of 5 days. The dates the sheriff won't enforce. Want to perfect your cases. I am a precision engineering machine. I'm 23 years in. I'm here to kill things. I kill things every day. I sleep perfectly fine every day. I kill people. I kill tenancies every single day of the year, with the exception of 5 days. The dates the sheriff won't enforce on. That being Christmas.
Okay, he said, I kill people. I kill people. So in other words, that's dehumanizing. Okay, I bet a lot of you are already aware that dehumanizing is something that a lot of capitalists do to try and make it more efficient for them to do their exploitative bullshit. And for example, the police is taught to dehumanize criminals and not have empathy for them. God, I hate capitalism is basically it punishes you for having empathy. It punishes people like Bernie Sanders for having empathy, and it rewarded Donald Trump and Joe Biden who have no empathy. Biden even admitted he has no empathy for the younger generation, and basically if you have empathy, then they see it as an inefficiency, and so you can't serve their purposes properly. You can't serve the donors. You can't serve the big moneyed interests. God, if capitalists have their way, we'll actually have human brains evolving so that they lose the capacity for empathy, and you have a whole generation of people who are just manipulative sociopaths who are always backstabbing each other and don't have the capacity to care about each other. That's the kind of world that capitalism.
It's all there to be able to perfect your situation. So you need to focus on your business. This is a business. Be not confused. I heard a lot from the presenters tonight about a business. I heard little about a charity, because it's not a charity, it's a business. So I really want you to get focused in this regard and keep that in mind. Keep your kindness. You want to be kind to yourself.
Fuck you. So you're saying don't be kind to your tenants. This is a business, not a charity. This is a fucking business. Everything is in the fucking business interest. Everything is in the interest of making more and more capital and living in the... I went with some people to protest at these landlords' mansions. I protested at,
Be kind to everybody else, but your tenant.
What the fuck? Okay, here we go.
that I'm going to have to deal with at some point in time. About a business.
What the fuck?
I heard
Let's see that
little
again.
about a charity, because it's not a charity, it's a business. So I really want you to get focused in this regard and keep that in mind. Keep your kindness. You want to be kind to yourself. Be kind to everybody else, but your tenant. Your tenant is an animal that I'm going to have to deal with at some point in time. I treat them like animals because
what the fuck?
Death threats on a monthly basis.
Okay, your tenant is an animal that I will have to deal with at some point in time. I treat them like animals because I treat them like animals, fucking treating them like dehumanizing them. It's
Cases. I have done so for as long as I can remember.
I get death threats on a monthly basis. Well, okay, first of all, do we even know if he's telling the truth or not? I mean, sources, please. I mean, please do not send death threats to your landlord. I absolutely do not condone sending death threats to your landlord, no matter how vile they may be. Like, oh yeah, did I mention that he said tenants are animals? He treats them like animals. Like, these are monsters. These people here, the various, like, you know, all these landlords, they are monsters. They don't see their tenants as human. They don't see poor people as human. They see them as animals. They see them as, like, dangerous animals that need to be managed. It's fucking... Oh, and one more thing again. If those death threats are real, it's probably because people had the very real threat of being evicted. But, you know, like, I've been a member of, like... I've been talking to, like, marginalized people for so long. I highly doubt that any of them actually faced this dude with death threats. Like, people like that just don't do that. And if he did get any, they were probably, you know, from people who are seriously mentally unstable and in need of help. So all he would do is, like, worsen their situation by kicking out on the street for them to rot.
Never find me, so I take my own security precautions into place. But you need to take these kind of thoughts in your mind. And when you look at putting one of these things in your basement, think about this. What lives under things? Trolls.
What the fuck?
In my name.
These things. Oh my god, this is getting more and more audacious. He's, like, dehumanizing tenants yet again. He's saying, you know, putting one of these things in your basement and what?
They'll never find me. So I take my own security precautions into place. But you need to take these kind of thoughts in your mind. And when you look at putting one of these things in your basement...
Putting one of these things into your basement...
What lives under things? Trolls.
Fuck!
Trolls live under things. You want to put a troll in your basement? That's freaking nuts. I have a colleague, You
want to put a troll in your basement? Oh my god, that's like he's talking about, you know, like this, like... Okay, what's in... Yeah, it's too friendly. Let's see what to... Okay. This is what landlords think their tenants are like. They are animals. They are things. They are trolls. This is what your landlord thinks of you. This...
Developers constantly saying to me, Steven, we can get you a much nicer house if we just put one of these things in your basement. I'm like, dude, what do you think I do all day? I think I want one of these animals in my home.
I think I want one of these animals in my home? You know, this guy... You know, if we were in a fair society, this guy would be fired. You know, I bet, you know, you've seen, like, all these, like, conservative politicians, like Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Donald Trump, have all, at some point talked like this, called, like, the poor, marginalized people animals. Like, honestly, I'm going to take a break to show you something that went viral, like, last, Oh, God. Okay, anyone remember this? So, where's the video? Okay.
we don't have, our capital stock hasn't been destroyed. Our human capital stock is ready to get back to work. And so that there are lots of reasons to believe that we can get going way faster than we have in previous crises.
But I just...
Okay, so that like this human capital stock, there was a huge outcry over that at the time. And this feels like kitty gloves compared to what these landlords are, how these landlords are talking about people. Like, it feels like complete, like, kitty glove bullshit. Okay, let's summarize what they've said up to this point. They said that tenants are animals. They called them things. They said not to think about them. They said not to give them empathy. They said not to make any rent reductions. And they're like dehumanizing tenants, and the guy is a goddamn coronavirus denier. Okay, this is like infuriating. We've finally gotten to the good